Hey everyone, to stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here with the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join our options trading live channel, we go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Link is below in the description, along with the link to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook if you want to join our community, the UVH fam. Now, if you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson, and do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Really appreciate it, really helps push the video. It's free, appreciate it, thank you so much. Today, I got paid, and I'm actually relatively surprised looking at what happened. I did lose $190 into the close. I'm up over, let me pull this up here real quick. I'm up over $400 on the day. I do have some nice realized profits in here. I did lose 118, which, now that's after hours. It took away this realized. I did realize a negative $118 on the S&Ps and futures, mainly because we had this humongous drop here at the end of the day. I mean, it was totally insane. The thing is, I've been preparing, and what we've been doing here, and we've just been pinging back and forth, and so I let go of some of my short positions, unfortunately, But what we've been eyeing is what I've been saying the last couple days is watch this area right up in here. We're at the top of the range. I said, be careful. We're at the top of the range. And this is why I didn't go super long yesterday, because I thought, okay, we could gap down tomorrow, which is today, or we could gap up, and I wasn't sure which was going to go. We were at the top of the range. If you're looking at here, we topped out again, 294. That's the ceiling right now, 294. We tapped it yesterday, got rejected, tapped it again today, got rejected, close at 286. I mean, just insane on SPY. It's currently after hours right now, 283.98. I don't know where it's going to be by the time you watch this video tonight, but it's going to be right now it's a mess. It's a mess. And we knew something like this was going to happen. Going into today, I made some money. On Apple. Now this is what hurts on Apple. I made some money shorting Apple. The 320 puts. Apple closed at 311.41. I closed these out. I made only $68. I had two of them. I just kind of scalped it. If you look at my trades today, actually quite a few trades today. But for Apple, for instance, Apple bought for 530, sold for 564. Then I tried to short it again. I shorted the 317.50s, and I lost $40. So net all day on Apple was a measly $26. And now if I pull up those contracts, like if I go up to Apple, I look at what was the 320 put going for at the close. What was it going for? Oh, just $9. I had two of them. What did I sell the 320? I sold for 564. The 317.50s, I sold it for 390 at a loss. I lost $40, and the 317s were going for $7. Both of those would have net 100% gainers. But you don't know that, right? You didn't know. We didn't know it was going to fall apart. We kind of thought it was, but kind of got tripped up at the open for sure, because we had on Apple specifically this morning, I mean, kind of tripped me up. I made some money on going down to 316, but when I was ramping back up, I got stopped out, right? And then it came up to 319 before we had this major epic sell-off at the end of the day. And people are like, "Oh yeah, I told you I could see." Like, when you're in the trade, you don't think that's going to happen. Like, "Oh, you're so dumb. You let go of the 320 puts, 317 puts." I'm like, this could have easily gone to 325, and you'd be like, "Nick, you're dumb for holding on too long. Why didn't you?" It stopped me out. I got out of the trade. That's it. I ended up green on Apple. It was only $26, but I came out green on the day, and that's the goal, is to come out green on the day. And yes, it doesn't feel good, but I also don't feel bad because I didn't lose money, and I stuck to my stop losses. So tomorrow's a new day. A Beyond moved huge today. BYND. I'm watching this for tomorrow. I actually put another position on this. Probably going to regret it. But Beyond, I made $240, about 20% on the 136 call for next week expiration. I bought BYND. I bought it for $9.95, sold it for $12.35. That was going for it. That 136 call for next week actually went all the way up to, let's see here, where did it go up to? It went all the way up to $15. So we were leaving money on the table all day on the call side and on the put side. So I'm just thankful that the market's finally giving us some opportunities to actually trade intraday, because we've been really just flat and just kind of grinding up very, very slow and not really doing a whole lot intraday. So I'm thankful for the opportunities. So, yeah, I made my 20% on BN, and I'm happy with that. I did get into a June 38 days debit spread on Beyond, which I'm probably going to regret. And what I'm looking at right here, what I have on Beyond right now, I'm in June expiration. I bought the 140 call. I sold the 165 call. And I'm looking at, it cost me $750. So I have that going into tomorrow. What I've been looking at Beyond is a close above this line right here, which is the 137 area, 136. It closed right there. Closed right there. Right there, right? Like just barely above. If we zoom in here, just barely above by like pennies. I drew this line as like 136.27, 136.30. This closed at 136.93, just 60 cents above. So I held on. We'll see what happens. I have some time now that we finally closed above where I was looking at this rejection area. Maybe it'll come down, but the market is definitely not going to help it some. It did hold on pretty good. It did hold on and still close up on the day 4%. It's up $6 on the day, held up pretty good while most of everything else was red, as you can see here. Pull over this heat map here. Everything was pretty much down except for some of the pharma. You had CBA and those kind of stocks. All the pharma stocks actually closed up pretty nice, but most of the stock market got obliterated. Just obliterated. And let's see here. What I did to kind of hedge, I do have a, well, before we get into the hedging, I do have this that started to come around today, is DKNG, is DraftKings. They have earnings on Friday before market open. I'm looking to take profits either tomorrow or Thursday, definitely before earnings. And kind of what I have in here is I have a strangle on. I'm up 40% on it. I'm up 130. The put side's down a bit, and the call side's up quite a bit, up 337%. The put side's down 60-70%, which, it is what it is. Kind of going into tomorrow for DraftKings. Probably should have closed out today. It did hit 28.15. I do have 38 days on it, so I wasn't really looking to make any adjustments. I've been holding on to DraftKings for a while. George Soros actually put a $66 million stake into DraftKings. They have earnings on Friday, so I was thinking that was going to ramp up a little bit. It closed up pretty good, 7.5% today. Did touch 28, so we'll see what happens tomorrow with DraftKings. But worst case scenario, I could definitely hold through earnings if I need to, but we're going to be leaving 40-50% gains on the table. I would definitely like to realize some of that and then probably get back into DraftKings if some of this, IV right now is helping me out a lot. If this gets crushed, I'd like to re-enter a new position. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now in DraftKings, is to re-enter a position once the IV crush happens. But right now we'll see. That's what we're looking at. And then to kind of hedge a little bit, we'll talk about Visa, but to kind of hedge I did buy another VXX call. I bought the June 5th, the 40 strike call on VXX. This other call that I have in here is starting to come alive, because right now my portfolio is a little bit long. I'm not like super long, but right now VXX is coming alive, so I wanted to protect. I'm long Beyond. I'm long DraftKings, so I wanted to kind of clear that up. Now these other trades, have been sitting in here for a month, not really doing a whole lot. Maybe Lyft will come back around. This Lyft was part of a pairs trade that I had with Uber that I made $60 on the pairs trade. I didn't close it out because I was like, okay, even if I let Lyft go to zero, I'll still make I'll still make my 60 bucks on the pairs trade with Uber. So that's why I left it, because I'm like, hey, maybe it will come back around. Maybe I'll make some money. And, you know, right now, Lyft is coming on down. I mean, I have, it's definitely a gamble. It's the 25.5 put for this week's expiration. It's only worth $4. I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, but if we have a massive sell-off, this thing could, you know, definitely help out. I mean, I made $60 on the earnings trade already. Now, if this comes back around, I might be up some more money. So what's the risk? It's worth $4 now, 4 cents. Might as well wait it out, right? So, you know, a lot of these red trades that are in here are parts and pieces of other trade ideas that I had that I took profits on, and that's why they're still in here. So, but, you know, they're pretty much garbage. So my active trades obviously are BYND, DKNG. Well, I do have Dropbox, but I have a July 22 call, and VXX. Now, VXX, you know, what I'm looking for right now is obviously to protect my long positions on VXX. And VXX went up 10%. It hit lows pre-market 31, and just kind of slowly, you know, before we had this off, we should have taken notice of this. And essentially this morning with VXX, this is very interesting to me, at least. Let's zoom in on the day here. Let's look at the S&Ps. S&Ps were kind of ticking up. However, VXX at the same time was ticking up as well. Let's change this to the 15-minute chart so it kind of gives you a little bit more comparison. So this is slowly ticking up as this is ticking up, and then as soon as the floor falls, this ramps up. VXX ramps up large. So, you know, I had as a hedge already, I had this May 15th 38.5 call. Now, I wasn't looking to do anything, you know, with the hedge. I'm not looking to make money on. I'm looking to make money on my other positions, and it's always just kind of sat there. Now it started to come into play to kind of protect my positions. I'm up $70 on VXX in general, and then I rolled, since it expires this week, and I'm a little bit long right now. I bought the 40 call for June 5th, 24 days out. It cost me, let's see what VXX cost me. It only cost me $2.38 to actually protect my trade. So I'm rolling, you know, I'm rolling probably about overnight. I'm rolling $1,200 or so. So for $200, protect my trades, and I'm able to trade safe. And if tomorrow's down, I probably could make some money on these. So we'll see what happens. You know, that's what I'm looking for on VXX. It's not to make bags and bags of money on VXX. It's mostly just to protect my portfolio that I'm a little long now. You know, I've been shorting. We've been making some money. We've been losing some money. We've been making some money. We've been losing some money because volatility has been kind of drying up. But now, once the market looks like it wants to choose a direction, if we're looking at the S&Ps here, we can go to ES. If it loads. You know, we've just been chopping. Now let's you know, we had this massive sell-off, but let's look at what's happening right now. Same with SPY. You know, rejected here around the 2960 area, came back down to 2760 area, popped back up to 29. So right now, it's pretty safe to say that we're trading in about a 200-point range on the S&P. It tested again to the upper end, and now it's coming back down to, we'll see, the lower end. I guess we weren't expecting it all to happen in one day, and also within the last hour. I mean, this thing just fell apart in the last hour and a half, 2 hours. So it's going to be really interesting tomorrow where this ends up. We are still, unfortunately, stuck range bound. I was hoping we would break out of this range, but now it just solidifies the range even more. We're stuck in this range. We're basically like this purgatory where we're just pinging back and forth, which is both good and bad. As options traders, you just got to make sure you're on the right side of this, because if you're going long, think it's going to explode up and it doesn't, gets rejected, you're going to get hurt. And if you're going long here and we dip down to, you know, the 2700s, low 2700s or mid 2700s, you're going to get hurt here. Right now we're mid-range. So could this recover? Sure. Could it rip down more? Yes. So that's why you want to use extreme caution, and that's why I'm protecting my portfolio. Yes, I'm a little bit long BYND. I'm a little bit long on DKNG, DraftKings, and my only short positions right now, I guess I'm on VXX. I'm long calls, which is a short position. So we'll see what happens. So if you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end, hit the like button. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.